Hi, I'm Rob from B&H, and we're taking a look and a listen to Audio-Technica's System 10 camera mount digital wireless system. Audio-Technica has been around for over 50 years now, supplying mics for the Grammy Awards, the Olympic Games, and even many of our humble videos here at B&H. We're using the System 10 now to record my voice for this video. This MT830CW lavalier mic feeds the Unipack transmitter, which sends my audio digitally at a 24-bit 48 kHz resolution to the receiver, which is mounted to our Canon 5D Mark III, where my audio is being recorded. Later, we'll try out the handheld transmitter. The System 10 has an operating range of about 30 meters or 100 feet and operates in the 2.4 gigahertz frequency range, far away from TV and broadcast interference. That means you don't have to worry about frequency blocks or licenses. The System 10 automatically finds the cleanest open frequency available and pairs the transmitter and receiver for you, so it's about as easy to use as a wireless system can get. Under the hood, though, it's quite sophisticated. Unlike a lot of wireless systems where communication only goes one way, from the transmitter to the receiver, the System 10 is a duplex system where the transmitter and receiver talk back and forth, giving it 3 levels of diversity assurance: space, frequency, and time. Space diversity is fairly common. The receiver compares the signal showing up at its 2 antennas and chooses the better one. What's unusual is that the transmitter also has 2 antennas, giving it space diversity on that end as well. With time diversity, the transmitter sends the digital signal in 2 imperceptibly different time slots and compares the 2. Frequency diversity means the digital audio is sent over 2 different frequencies at the same time, and the system chooses the cleaner one. Also, when the System 10 is first powered on, it detects and stores alternative frequencies that can be immediately and inaudibly substituted if the initial ones deteriorate for whatever reason. Both the transmitter and receiver are housed in plastic chassis with belt clips, but most users will slide the included shoe mount on the receiver and mount it to your camera's shoe mount. The receiver features a rechargeable lithium-ion battery that will last you for about 12 hours and can be recharged in about 4.5 hours via the mini USB port using the supplied adapter and cable, which can also power the receiver. Alternatively, you can power the receiver with a computer or USB power bank. The LCD display on the receiver displays RF monitoring as well as the remaining battery life of both the receiver and the transmitter. The 1/8-inch output that feeds the camera can be switched from a balanced output to an unbalanced dual mono output. The output level can also be reduced by 10 or 20 dB if you find you're overloading the input to your camera. Now, the preamps on a DSLR are usually really noisy though, so I'd recommend lowering the camera's input level first to keep the levels of noise and hiss as low as possible. And if you're still overloading, then reduce the receiver's output level. There's an additional 1/8-inch output on the other side for monitoring, and that's really helpful if your camera doesn't offer a headphone jack, although you should keep in mind that you're only monitoring what the receiver is getting, not what the camera is actually recording. So if you're overloading the camera's input level, you won't hear that until you actually play back some of what you recorded to the camera. Now, on the transmitter end, power is supplied by 2 AA batteries that will last for about 7 hours, depending on the battery type and usage. The green LED indicates your batteries have juice, and if it's flashing, it's time for new batteries. With just a quick press, the power switch doubles as a mute function, and the LED will light up red when the transmitter is muted. And if you're concerned about accidentally muting the transmitter, that's not a problem. If you hold the pair button down when you power the transmitter on, the mute function is locked out. The body pack transmitter features Audio-Technica's 4-pin Unipack input connector, which allows it to interface with a number of Audio-Technica and third-party microphones and cables, including lavalier, headset, and instrument mics, and the AT-GCW guitar cable. Up to 8 transmitters can be paired with a receiver, but since you can only use 1 transmitter at a time, you might wonder why you'd want to do that. Well, if you have multiple speakers giving presentations one after another, they can all be mic'd up and ready to go, and all you have to do is turn 1 transmitter off and the next one on. In an ENG situation, you could have a body pack transmitter with a lav and then quickly switch to a handheld transmitter for an interview. This would also work for a guitar player using multiple guitars, each with its own transmitter. You've seen the handheld mic and transmitter, but before we wrap it up, I want you to hear how it sounds. It's a unidirectional, dynamic microphone with a capsule designed specifically to optimize the performance of the transmitter to not only deliver quality sound, but also minimize extraneous noise in loud environments. So there's an overview of Audio-Technica's sophisticated but incredibly easy to use System 10 camera mount digital wireless system. Thanks for watching.
Whether you're a hobbyist or a professional, B&H has the answers to your questions. Experience a world of technology at our New York City Superstore. Connect with us online or give us a call. Our staff of experts is happy to help.